Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, another impromptu video. I think it's important for me to talk about this because I don't know anything about writing for flute, clarinet, saxophone, and as you can tell from this screen right here, you kind of understand what I'm talking about. It's going to be this stuff we're going to talk about today, and all of this, but we're going to play through it eventually, but here's what I'll say first. This piece is supposed to be performed in spring and summer over like the course of maybe 3 or 4 months, and I'm editing it so I can send it to the guy by the end of this week actually. And he gave me some pointers about how to write better for the woodwind section. As a trombone player, as a brass player, as a keyboard player, I don't really know how to write for stuff, so I kind of hear it in my head, put it on the screen, and send it over, and hopefully it goes well. We'll get into how we can make this easier for the players that are performing it. So, let me just start from here, and you can see that. I mean, hey, that sounds, listen, that sounds awesome. If you're a flute player, if you're a piccolo player, you're not going to really like this because you're trying to, it's a lot of fingerings, a lot of just repetitive fingerings. Now, I'm going to explain my mindset when writing this. One, I figured, hey, if the players are playing the same thing over and over again, then it'll be easier for them to, I guess, play. I guess if I'm putting it bluntly, it'd be easier for them to play because it's repetitive. Because as a keyboard player, you can go, was this like a D major chord, right? And you can easily go, but I mean, as a flute player, as a clarinet player, I can understand why you might get carpal tunnel when you are playing this when you're playing this music. After writing this, I don't even know, maybe like a year ago, and coming back to it for it to be performed, even now it kind of looks intimidating because before all this happens, you really don't get a lot of stuff that's that difficult in my opinion. I made sure to write it so that it would be fun and easy to play, like how a lot of pieces that I write for, that's just my opinion. Like, I love writing stuff that's easy to play and it's enjoyable for the listener, enjoyable for the player. Yeah, looking back on it, it's probably not the best idea. So I'm gonna take a pause. I'm gonna edit it. I'm going to fix some things that will make it easier for the players to play, and we'll come back and see how it really worked out. So give me up until here. Okay, so as you can tell, I did some editing with the woodwind section. For example, instead of having them all go in 16th notes, yeah, it's even hard to say. So I can only imagine what would happen if they'd repeat that over and over and over again for like 16 or 12 bars, which would be a lot. So I layered them, and by layering, you get the same exact sound that you want, but depending on how good the player is or how crazy the part is, you can make it as simple or as hard as you want to. These are actually notes from the conductor who was conducting this band. He said, here's some notes based on the people's ability and how the parts are in general. So here we go. So instead of having 16th notes go through piccolo, it's whole rest and then triplets. In parts like this, with the flute 1 and flute 2 dictate who's playing who based on the direction of the beam. So flute 1, I believe, is playing first, and then it's flute 2. So flute 1 is going to be da-ga-da-ga, 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 da-da-da-da, da-ga-da-ga, 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 da-ga-da-ga. It's been, yeah. And then flute 2 is same thing as piccolo. Da-ga-da, 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 da-da-da-da. Or, triplet, da-da-da-da. Same thing with the oboe. So oboe 2 is playing first, and then it's oboe 1. So these are dictated by the beam. So it's the same thing. You get the same exact sound, except it's not everybody playing the same thing over and over again. I did the same exact stuff with, these are actually going to be playing roughly the same thing. So they're going to be, but they're all not playing the same part at the same time. It's spaced out. so they have, room to breathe. And if you're writing for people, you need to know that people need to breathe. And if you put room for them to breathe, they'll love you more than you would know. And same thing with the oboe and the flutes. I did the same thing with B flat 2 and the clarinet 2 and clarinet 3, where I just made them based on the beam. And the thing is, it's going to sound the exact same. You're really not going to know. It's the exact same thing. So here we go. Yeah, so you can't even tell that I changed anything, which I guess is the whole point of that, where if you make it so that people can breathe, the sound you're trying to get will be exactly what you want it to be. It's not going to be changed in any way. Just the chord will still be there, but the players won't hate you as much as, you doing it like how it is. And just to make things clear, I did a little run for the 6 parts. Now, I think in the original, I just did it in octaves, or I did a spread out chord. It might have been a G chord, but I just did a run because it just, for me, I guess it sounds better. But yeah, that's that, and I guess this piece will be edited for the rest and performed sometime soon, which I'm excited to share that with you all. So thank you all for watching. Hope this helped, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.